Welcome learners. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss analysis of variance, also called ANOVA. This is the first lecture on the concept design of experiments. The learning objective is to introduce analysis of variance, also define the analysis of variance, the uses of analysis of variance, also to discuss various assumptions of analysis of variance, the underlying theorem behind analysis of variance, Cochrane's theorem, and also in some universities, after analysis of variance, the Cochrane's theorem, Gauss-Markov linear model is also there in the syllabus. We just look into the model, linear model in this lecture. First, let us introduce the concept analysis of variance. Analysis of variance is a simple and powerful statistical technique used to test the homogeneity of several mean values at a time. Suppose we have two samples drawn from a normal population or from different normal populations. To test the significance of difference between the two sample means, we use the t-test and draw conclusions. If we have more than two samples to be considered at the same time, then an alternative procedure is needed for testing the hypothesis that all the samples are drawn from the same population. For example, suppose four types of manures are used to test their effects on the yield of paddy. Our interest is to find out whether the effect of these four manures on the yield of paddy is significantly different or they have the same effect. The useful procedure is to conduct t-test for 4C2 pairs of means. That is 6 pairs of mean values we need to test. The t-test will be tedious and it will not be comprehensive. Here, a solution to this problem is achieved by technique called analysis of variance. Thus, the basic purpose of analysis of variance is to test the homogeneity of several mean values. This technique is introduced by R.A. Fisher in 1920s. In the words of R.A. Fisher, analysis of variance is the separation of variance ascribable to one group of causes from variance ascribable to other group. By this technique, the total variation in the sample data is split into independent components. Each of these components is a measure of variation due to some factor. Let us discuss the uses of analysis of variance. Analysis of variance technique have several uses or applications. Important among them is that it is used to test the homogeneity of several mean values at a time. In addition to this, ANOVA is used to test the linearity of fitted regression line. Further, it is also used to test the significance of correlation ratio. There are some assumptions in analysis of variance. For the validity of F-test, the following assumptions are made in analysis of variance. The first assumption is, this is the basic assumption, the population from which the sample is drawn is normal. The second assumption is the sample observations are independent. Third assumption, various effects are additive in nature. These are the three assumptions of analysis of variance. Let us discuss the causes of variation in any experiment. The variation in any set of observations may be due to a number of causes. They are, the first one is assignable causes. These assignable causes can be detected and controlled. The second type of causes of variation is chance or random causes. By variation due to chance causes cannot be assessed and hence cannot be controlled. This variation is also known as error variance. It plays an important role in analysis of variance. Basically, ANOVA is the separation of variation due to assignable causes from chance causes. Here in ANOVA, we separate these two type of variations. See, let us discuss briefly the basic theorem for ANOVA, analysis of variance, Cochrane's theorem. Let small y1, y2, yn be a random sample of size small n from normal population with zero mean and sigma square variation. The sum of squares of the sample values is given by summation I is equal to 1 to k yi square. This can be written in the form I is equal to 1 to k yi square is equal to q1, q2, qk, where qj is the quadratic form in y1, y2, yn. Here this j runs from 1 to k. This j runs from 1 to k and I runs from 1 to n with rj degrees of freedom. The random variables, these are the random variables, quadratic forms q1, q2, qk are mutually independent and qj by sigma square is a chi-square variate with rj degrees of freedom and only summation I is equal to 1 to k rj must be equal to small n. Let us discuss the Gauss-Markov linear model. Also, Gauss and Markov were developed a linear model for a set of n independent random variables. Let y1, y2, yn be a random sample with m unknown parameters y1, y2, b1, beta1, beta2, bm. Here, this is y is a n by 1 vector equal to a n by m beta m by 1 plus epsilon n by m. This can be expressed in the form of, this is the matrix form. The assumptions of the model is, the first assumption is epsilon follows n0 sigma square I, and the second assumption is all the errors follows with zero mean. Third assumption is expectation of epsilon transpose must be equal to sigma square I. The diagonal element must be sigma square, and this y follows normal distribution with a beta comma sigma square I. Okay, up to this we have discussed introduction of ANOVA, definition, uses, assumptions, and Cochrane's theorem Gauss-Markov linear model. In the coming classes, we discuss ANOVA for one-way and two-way classifications. Thank you.